I don't know how to start a video, but I'm Hootless, and this is Stardew Valley Ultimate Chef Episode 3. And like I said, a lot more mining in this episode, a lot less fishing. In fact, I think I did no fishing, maybe? I don't know, but either way, I spent a lot of time in the mines, got a few entries for the museum. I think I'm up to I had to have hit 10 because I know I got melon seeds, but I don't think I'm at 15 yet, unless there's no reward for 15, in which case it's possible. But I know I definitely got the reward for getting 10 things donated, and, you know, that's pretty cool, I guess. We'll have melon seeds to plant right away. Probably going to plant a lot of melons when we get to summer just to make a lot of money. Nearing, you know, maybe close to the middle of spring here, and we've got a lot of the things from spring actually collected. We've got the parsnip, the kale, the potatoes, the blue jazz, which I believe I get later in this episode. Still gotta get the green beans and the cauliflower, but we have a ton of cauliflower growing, and the green beans are also growing. We should be able to get enough green beans out of it. We need to. Rhubarb, I believe we have to buy from the desert, so that's not yet available. Garlic is only available starting in year 2, and that wraps up all of the spring things that I need to get. There's a few other things that apparently can be found in spring, like the common mushroom, but I don't remember exactly where to get that. I know it'll show up as a forageable in fall though, so I'm not too concerned about that. Other than that, you know, not a whole lot. Gotta get some of the summer crops, some of the fall crops, and then what am I actually missing besides the summer and fall crops? Gotta get some forageables out of winter and fall. Have to get an apple tree. I don't remember how much that costs. I also need an apricot tree, but that's gonna have to wait until year 2 because that is a spring thing. I think I can grow them out of season though. They just don't provide any fruit. But we need an apple. We need an apricot. Need some eggs and some milk, which means I need at least 1 chicken and 1 cow. Need some cheese, some mayonnaise. Void mayonnaise, which is of course the reason we have to be able to get into the sewer. Maple syrup should be easy. Some fish throughout the rest of the year. And then after all the fish and everything else that I listed off, it's just like some stuff we buy from the general store, and then gotta cook a few dishes that are used as ingredients in other things, and that's it. So, you know, coming up on, you know, kind of like maybe a third, I'd say, maybe less than a third of the list is done. I wonder if I could sort by... Probably not. Basically what I'm doing is, as I get the things I need and put them in my chest, I mark the box as like being green. Like I make the background color for the box green because it's in a spreadsheet. And, you know, it works. I can easily tell what I have and haven't done because it's colored differently, but I don't think I can sort by color of box, so there's no easy way to see exactly what I've done and what I haven't. That's fine though. It's not really a problem. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for how the challenge is going, and that's it. I've been playing other games kind of recently, which is relatively new for me. Usually all my free time is like League of Legends or other free-to-play games, but for once, I am actually playing a game that I paid for, after having paid for it. So it's a new era, an era where I actually play games that I bought, instead of buying games and then playing free-to-play ones. So, I've been playing Watch Dogs 2. It's very good. If you haven't heard of Watch Dogs 2, it's a hacking game where essentially the setting is like, it's San Francisco in, I assume, the future, because like a company has taken over everything, made everything into like, you know, a smart city, so everything's interconnected. I hope that siren's not too loud, although knowing my microphone, it is probably pretty loud, so sorry about that. It'll be over eventually as the cop drives by. But anyways, Watch Dogs 2 is set in a futuristic San Francisco Bay Area, and everything is interconnected by like the internet and, you know, data mining things. So it's essentially Big Brother gone rampant. And you play as, I think his name's Marcus Holloway. I don't know about his last name. I'm pretty sure it's Holloway. But anyways, you play as Marcus. You are kind of like a freedom fighter hacker trying to take down the system that's like watching over everybody and using the information for nefarious purposes like raising insurance premiums and that kind of thing. And overall, it's just, you know, I guess the story could be more engaging, but I really like the gameplay. I really like all hacking games in general, and while the hacking in this isn't the best I've ever seen, because it's, you know, kind of abstracted, kind of easy, but it is still fun, it's still engaging, and I have put a lot of time into it already. I've had it for like maybe a little more than 2 weeks, and I've put 36 hours in. I wish I could stream it or record it, but as it is, I can like barely run it at all on my computer. So, you know, unfortunately, can't stream or record it. Although I wish I could. I've actually been doing a lot of multiplayer with one of my friends, and we just, it's, the multiplayer is a little bit weird in it because you can't do the story missions at all. You have to do special co-op missions or online operations. And the co-op missions are like, go to a place, do a thing, leave place. And it's randomly generated. There's a few different formats, but, you know, there's only like 4 or 5 formats, so it gets a little bit repetitive if you aren't into it, but it's still a lot of fun. The online operations are part of the seamless multiplayer thing. Essentially, people can drop in and out of your session unless you opt out of it, and they'll just be there doing things as you're doing things. So there could be like an armored truck that shows up with players chasing it, and you can chase after it and try to get the shipment. Or another player could be chased by the police in their session, and then it just drops you into theirs without a loading screen, and it's like, hey, you want to chase these guys, and you can do it, or you don't have to. Sometimes there'll be hacking invasions where people will show up and start hacking you, and you have to find them and neutralize them before they can get away with your data. And it's like, it's not very complicated. It's very simple and simplistic, but it is still fun, and it's like, you get a reward even if you fail. You know, if you don't neutralize them, or they get away, or you fail in any kind of way, you still get a reward for it. So it's pretty fun, and it's not annoying, like you might think. But yeah, that's pretty much Watch Dogs 2. Play it so much, and I would recommend anybody who, even if you weren't a fan of the first game or haven't played the first game, I'd still probably recommend the second, because they really nailed it with that one. So anyways, coming up on the end of the video, hopefully you guys all enjoyed watching this. I'm going to be taking down ads on my video, so if you guys would like a more passive and better way to support my channel, you can check out my humble partner link in the description below. Helps me out, helps out my charity of choice, which is Child's Play. It's an awesome charity. And other than that, hopefully you guys all enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you all next time.